Comedian Sarina Ochoa took the plunge and made the choice to dive into comedy. Tonight, we talk about how the journey has been so far and where she hopes comedy will take her. Thanks, Sarina, for joining us tonight. I'm really happy to have you on the show. So, we're going to start with the obvious question. When did you discover that comedy was your wheelhouse?
Literally a month ago at One Liner Madness, the competition in town. I had always suspected I was funny, but this confirmed it.
So, just to be clear, because I was at that event where you placed second.
Yeah.
That was your first time doing comedy?
Not my first time doing comedy, but I had been like a month in at that point.
Oh my goodness.
So that was my first big show.
Okay, how did you get through that?
I don't know. Everyone had like Red Bull and alcohol, and I'm like, perseverance. Willpower, I guess.
Okay, so what led you to it? Because as I found out, you were doing MMA before you got into comedy. So what was it about comedy that drove you another direction?
Well, I've always suspected I was funny. You know, I've had theories about it, and I think sometimes we think we know why we do things, but we don't. But there was something that was telling me to try it, and I did that, and I'm very happy I did that because so far so good.
So far so good. So what is it that you love about comedy?
It feels really good to make people laugh, and I don't want to get too Freudian or anything. I'm like validation, but I think there's some part of that. But I don't know. I think it's like kind of instinctual, and it's a little more natural I'm a natural at it, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. I did it because I thought it'd be fun, and
that's an honest answer. So when it comes to comedy, I mean, who are your influences? Who do you turn to that inspires you?
Yeah, honestly, my friends and family, just because you're hanging out with them all the time, and like they have a sense of humor, you have a sense of humor, and you're kind of like adjusting to what they find funny, and like going from there. Like you just really like feed off of each other's senses of humor. But obviously they're not professionals. So professionally, I think my dad showed me like Richard Pryor when I was like 10 because he's a good dad.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, he's like, check this guy out. You're gonna learn some language here. And then from there I went down this rabbit hole to like Carlin, Bill Hicks, Mitch Hedberg, and then fast forward. And now there's like so many female comedians that are like killing it. And they're incredible and they're so funny. So like Taylor Tomlinson, Michelle Wolf, Ali Wong, I think they're all incredible.
So you are a New Mexico comedian, so I have to ask, one, what is it like being a comedian in New Mexico? And two, are there comedians here that you feed off of that, you know, you're just feeling their energy?
Yeah, I'm really glad I started here and not anywhere else because it seems like the community's so tight and supporting and small, and there's a lot of women in it, which surprised me, and they're so good, and there's a lot of queer women and queer people too. So I'm like, all right, I think we'll be fine here. But I think recently they might have added a new open mic. So pretty much there's an open mic almost every night, so you can get up and get experience. Which, considering it's like a smaller scene, I don't know if you could get that in other places. And with Dry Heat too, Sarah and Kelly, what they're doing is amazing. And they brought a little comedy club here to Albuquerque, and then there's another, I think Casadas is opening. So I feel like Albuquerque's on the edge of something good with comedy.
Good, wonderful. So what can we expect from you coming up here this year?
Well, I had 2 shows this last weekend, and then I'll be on a show at the beginning of March at Hollow Spirits. Bonnie Bighart runs that show. It'll be a lot of fun. And then after that, it's TBD. But I'm sure there'll be something, so keep an eye out for me.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, where can people find out more about you?
My Instagram and my Facebook page. YouTube, apparently. I think you can Google me and find all my secrets online.
I love it. You're like, you know, maybe YouTube. Go ahead and search.
You'll find all my hobbies by Google searching me.
Well, Sarina, thank you for coming out tonight and talking with me, and we are looking forward to how your career flourishes here in New Mexico.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
We'll be back.